All right, let's move on to the Saturday 4 p.m. games. Eagles at Cowboys. Start us off, A-Roz.
You got teams going in two different directions here. You've got Dallas, who they did beat Tampa Bay last week, but, everybody's beat Tampa Bay the last couple of months. So I really don't see that as a real big win for Dallas. It's a win nonetheless, but it's not one that really impresses me a lot because it's just a really poor quality team. I look at what Dallas has done against the Giants and that loss against Arizona as a more of a reason of concern. With DeMarco Murray on injured reserve, I think that is a huge loss for Dallas. As good as Felix Jones is, his ability doesn't measure up to what DeMarco Murray could do for that whole offense. And then, of course, you got Philadelphia, who has won big in their last 2 weeks. Their defense, I'm trying to make sure I have the numbers right. They got 7 takeaways and 12 sacks in the last 2 games. So their defense has been aggressive, and they've been getting the job done. They've been putting pressure on the quarterback, and they've really been able to really provide a spark to this team and maybe turn their season around, possibly get them into the postseason. I like Philadelphia to go into Cowboy Stadium and win this game because I think Tony Romo is going to make some really big mistake that we're all going to scratch our head about, or the whole team is just that one big blow-up away from doing something ridiculous and to not making the postseason. I like the Eagles to go in and win this game.
Dad, you like Dallas, right?
That's crazy talk. We talked about the Eagles' pass rush. The Eagles, by the way, they won this game going away last time they played. I think it was 35-7 in that one. Eagles are playing even better right now. LaShawn McCoy had 185 yards. That was his career high against the Cowboys last time. Against a run defense at that time that was number 1 or number 2 in the NFL. McCoy, added 3 touchdowns last week against the Jets. This guy has 20 touchdowns this year. An unbelievable number, especially for a running back in Philadelphia. They're really clicking in all phases. Even Brent Selleck has showed up. You see Brent Selleck running down the field, making plays in this last game against the Jets. Jason Babin, Adam Rozwadowski just mentioned the pass rush. 18 sacks this year with 3 in back-to-back games. With the wide 9 pass rush, you got Trent Cole, a Pro Bowler on the other side. Those guys are making plays. Babin broke the Eagles' record with his 18th sack last year. Reggie White has played there. Javon Curse has played there. A lot of great players have played, pass rush positions for the Philadelphia Eagles. Jason Babin breaking that record. Of course, I like the Eagles to win this game. I still think the Cowboys are really good. Felix Jones has played pretty well the past couple games in place of DeMarco Murray. And, Eagles still susceptible against the run. So if the Eagles can take a big lead early, they get a lot of sacks, maybe a couple interceptions, and they win this game. Yeah, absolutely, Eagles. And you're going to pick the Eagles too.
I'm going to pick the Cowboys because, listen, there's a lot of reasons. Number one, the Cowboys are a way better team this year. I don't understand why, because the Eagles were better on paper to begin this season. Every time they have one good game, we automatically jump on their bandwagon. They're still 6-8. Right,
2 good games.
Yeah, but listen, let's not get out of hand here. The Eagles are not as good a team as the Cowboys this year. Give me a break.
I don't know.
They're just not. They're just not. Vic is probably going to, he's probably going to get sacked in the first quarter, and then we're going to see the end of him, and we're going to bring in Vince Young or something. But anyway, that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is LaShawn McCoy's going to run for 100 yards. Michael Vick's going to throw 2 interceptions. DeMarcus Ware is going to make it 100 yards and not 175 yards for McCoy, and that's going to be the difference in this game because you know that Romo's going to put up 30 on this defense. That's how I feel. And I think it's going to be like 30-20, and it's going to be a close game. It'll come down to the last 6-7 minutes of the fourth quarter. But the better team is going to win at home, and that team is the Dallas Cowboys. That's all it comes down to for me.
We absolutely know Romo and the Cowboys are going to put up 30, right?
I think so.
They put up 7 last time.
I know.
I don't think Dallas will put up 30 because Dallas may be the better team on paper, top to bottom, offense, defense, special teams. But every week they seem to shoot themselves in the foot. They do that one really bad play that almost costs them a game, and sometimes it does cost them games. It's just they have that. You can't really measure it or quantify what it is, but there's just something going on mentally that just that costs some ball games. Like calling the timeout, icing your own kicker, stuff like that. That was one example of it. Dallas finds ways to beat themselves during the season, and they've done it in the past, and I think it's going to happen again this week.
I agree, but they're playing a team that's worse than some of those other teams that they've had those problems against. I think the Giants are a better team than the Eagles. Sorry, they are. And anyway. All right, well, it'll be a good one. I think it's going to be a close one and a good one, and there's just no way this is going to be a runaway blowout win. I mean, I know it was last week against the Jets, but the Jets coughed the ball up a lot, and maybe the Cowboys will do the same. We'll have to see.